right, guys, welcome back to the Hooligan Hangout. This week we are reviewing the Super Mario Brothers movie, directed by Aaron Horvath and Michael Jelinek, starring Chris Pratt, Chris Pratt, Chris Pratt, and Chris Pratt, and Jack Black,
And Jack Black.
and Anya Taylor-Joy, and Charlie Day, and Keegan Michael Key. Anyways, in case you live under a rock and you don't know what Mario is, here's a little synopsis for you. With help from Princess Peach, Mario gets ready to square off against the all-powerful Bowser to stop his plans from conquering the world. This is going to be a quick, non-spoiler review, real nice and sweet and short, because, like I said, if you live under a rock, you should know what to expect. So, boys, what do we think?
I don't watch the movie.
Why are you laughing? What's your take? You thought it was funny? Seth Rogen? DK? Donkey Kong?
You know what my favorite part of this movie was? That it incorporated not Super Mario Bros, not Mario Kart, not the original Mario. It was all of those combined, and it was so fluid. It was just so seamless.
It's incredibly faithful to the adaptation. What's going off? Not just one game either. Like you said, it's got a little bit of everything. It's got songs from Odyssey, from Super Mario Galaxy, original Super Mario.
It's like all the games matched up into one movie, and it was just done perfectly. Nothing seemed off. Even the way they would fight, you could tell it was like playing a game. He would jump and he would go left to right.
My favorite part was when he would run and accidentally stomp on the Goombas and they just shatter in a million pieces.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Homie likes murder.
Wait, what?
What? You didn't see that? I guess I watched the wrong Mario.
The way to just bring these characters to life, and obviously I think the animation was really well done. Incredibly
beautiful,
well
dude.
done.
I think so.
Not just
really
that, not just the characters with the games, but the world, every single world, the environment, literally like you were living in the Mushroom Kingdom or
Illumination's becoming an animation powerhouse.
No, I wouldn't say that.
I would.
This game brought him back to life because Illumination's been kind of not doing well.
Because they do 80 million fucking Minion movies.
But this movie definitely is pushing them on the right track again, and obviously there's probably going to be a sequel to this. But yeah, I think it's exactly what you'd expect it to be. I think the voice acting, was really well done. Honestly, more than I thought it would be. But I will say this: you give your flowers to Jack Black. That man put his heart and soul into Bowser.
Dude, it was just Jack Black. It wasn't even Bowser. It was just Jack Black being Jack Black, dude.
But it worked, though.
It was amazing.
No, Seth Rogen was being Seth Rogen. That's the one where you're just like, oh, that's Seth Rogen. Chris Pratt was definitely not as bad as everyone.
Chris Pratt was good.
He was saying, yeah, he was pretty solid.
He was good. I enjoyed it was to the point where I didn't even hear Chris Pratt, which is good.
There were some points where I did, but I agree.
Okay, bitch. Hayden ass motherfucker.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just analyzing.
Homie's preying on Chris Pratt's downfall.
But anything else? Pros? I got a couple cons I can get into.
No?
I don't think. No, not off the bat. What are your cons?
I thought it was incredibly fast-paced. There was no time to breathe for any dialogue. But there is some... I do give it some leeway. I do give it some leeway, but that's going to be in the spoiler review.
But I thought it was a plus how the pacing.
There's just so much that they were trying to get through.
That's what I'm saying. There's a lot they were trying to get through.
I feel like it would have been boring if it was longer.
I don't need it to be longer.
I also feel like, I don't know, just any adaptation of Mario into a movie, I feel like should be fast paced though, just because it is a game. It is
Well, I think
I don't know how to explain it. Especially the racing parts when they're on Rainbow Road and stuff. All those, Mario Kart's an extremely fast paced type of game. So all those scenes needed to be, you know what I mean?
In a sense, yes, but at the same time they were jam packed with everything. And then this is a minor con. Like, I'm not gonna knock the movie for this, but personally, like, and because this is how the game is, so obviously, like, oh yeah, what else are they gonna do? But for me, I thought the plot was very, very thin. Objective wise, the character
Yeah,
arc wise, they were all very one dimensional characters. But I'm not necessarily knocking it for that. Like with my rating, because all of these characters are pretty one dimensional in the games too. They don't really change
I'm
much.
pretty sure they were making this a kids movie too, so I wouldn't read too much into it to begin with. This was
And just
very
because it's a
clearly
kids
a
movie
kids
doesn't mean they
movie.
can't have good character arcs, which none of them had.
I don't. I mean, they didn't have bad
What was
character
Mario's
arcs. They
arc, bro?
just
What was Luigi's arc?
Luigi's arc was stop
he
being a
was
scared little bitch, which it was,
yeah.
and
That's
Mario's was stand up for yourself, bitch.
But
it was
Mario always stood up for himself.
save it,
You know, he stood up for Luigi.
just to
He
save
never
everyone.
changed.
You never changed, bitch.
Mario's savior. That's why he always tries to save
My
Peach.
other con, non-spoiler, then we'll leave, is I actually, they had beautiful music, right? They had beautiful renditions of all like the music from the games and stuff, like
Don't
good
fucking
remixes.
say what's gonna come out of your mouth. I
Why
already
did they
know what
use
you're gonna say.
Why did they use 80s rock music when they could have just used the other renditions of the music they had? Like they kind of, I feel like they could have
That's
cut
like
that.
quadruple like nitpicky. I think that the music that they chose that wasn't from the movie was really like adequately chose for the scenes. I didn't
No,
take any issue with it.
I did, because they have a catalog of music they could have used from the games. Why didn't they just use that? I don't see any reason they should have used the other music. Literally no reason.
I mean, it fit the movie. It fit the mood. I don't think you can knock it for that.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, y'all are both right. Like they could have used music from the
It
games,
didn't
but
hurt it either way.
the music that they did use was perfectly fine too. Like
I'm
it
not
was
saying
like
it
an
hurt
either
it.
or.
That's just a preference.
Yeah. Then why didn't you make the
Yeah,
movie?
I should have made
The
the
only
movie,
thing
right?
that I am sad that they didn't use is they didn't use the Rainbow Road theme.
Oh, they didn't, huh? You're right.
They made a whole thing about Rainbow Road, and then they
don't,
didn't play the Rainbow Road music, and I was like, all right.
I
You're
don't
like, what's
remember
going
the
on?
Rainbow
I
Plus,
was like, that's the
Honestly,
only time that I was like, all
I
right, you should have. Just why not use the Rainbow Road music?
plus points for using the D.
I don't know
So
what Rainbow Road is because I avoided that map.
you didn't like
at all
Rainbow Road,
costs.
bro?
Always
I love
fall
Rainbow
off.
Road. Iconic.
I hate Rainbow
But
Road. I'm not
you're
good
not.
enough
Yes,
for
you
that.
are, Anthony. Believe in yourself. But that's our non-spoiler. Would y'all recommend?
Absolutely, 1,000,000%.
I would, and I feel like any fan of the game, even if you're not a fan, I think a lot of people are going to enjoy this movie. A lot of people. It's a lot of fun at the theater.
It's a good adaptation of the game, and then it's just a good movie by itself. You know.
Anyways, we're on to spoilers. If you're checking out, if you haven't seen the movie yet, go watch the movie. If you have and you want to get into spoilers with us, then stay tuned. And we're gonna be right here. Say hi to your mom first. So we're leaving, and we're starting right now. So
My favorite part was
My favorite part was when Bowser whipped out his pee-pee and slapped Luigi with it.
my gosh, that's you
On
gonna
the
say when
nose.
Bowser
Aw.
whipped ass or something. What's your favorite part, Anthony?
I don't have a favorite part because that's Edward's.
You just
Yeah.
okay.
Bitch.
Thanks. Thanks for that.
Quit it being an antagonizer. God.
He said it first. I wanted to hear him out.
You know what? Why don't you shut up, huh?
Okay, y'all can talk.
I was about to say, you're muted for the
Shut
rest
up.
of the review. Anthony, let's talk about how great this movie was.
Oh, I didn't-
Let's talk about how shit this movie was.
Go on. Go on.
I don't know. I feel like there's nothing much to say outside of the spoiler free. I feel like that I really summed it up.
Yeah, I just want to iterate just how seamless the adaptation of the games to the movie was. Like they added everything you could think of, every like nostalgia bit you could see at some point in the movie. Like pretty much everything you could think
Did you
of.
catch
You know
the
what I
original
mean?
voice actor in there?
I did. There was a bunch of
was
Easter eggs.
He was like the first guy that was playing the arcade machine when they first got bullied by that guy in that scene. He turned
He
around and
was
he said, "Wahoo!"
he was Jumpman from Donkey Kong, the original Donkey Kong with Cranky and Jumpman.
I'm so happy they
Jumpman,
used the
Jumpman,
DK
Jumpman.
rap, dude.
That was so
I heard
funny.
that shit and I was like, hell yeah.
They had I'll go back to voice actors, I guess. I actually think Charlie Day actually really did good of Luigi. I thought
Mhm.
like that was Luigi, bro. That was
Yeah,
Luigi. I
yeah.
fucked with that.
I feel like Chris Pratt did a good Mario. I feel like everyone just like casually glancing over it, but he did a really good Mario.
He did a great Mario, in my opinion. Because when big actors that I already know as another role take on big roles in an animated film, it's always really hard for me to disassociate them from what I already know them as. But with Mario, like I only saw him as Mario. I didn't see him
I feel like
as
everyone
anyone
just kind
else,
of
you know?
remembers Mario as an Italian plumber, but forget he's also from Brooklyn. So that's what he did. He did a Brooklyn. He didn't need to do an Italian. He just needed a good Brooklyn accent.
They did do
That
the
worked.
stereotype because of with the commercial though. Like they had good reason.
Mm-hmm.
They
Yeah.
the Italian thing with the commercial.
With Jack Black did amazing. Don't get me
Dude,
wrong.
he
Like I loved his performance.
he carried that shit.
But
So I'm saying
no, yeah, he was one of the best parts. But that was one of the ones I couldn't disassociate the character from the voice actor. Like there were parts where I'm like, oh, this isn't Bowser, this is just Jack Black, you
The
know?
parts that were Jack Black
And
was
that
the
kind of
homie
took
was
it.
sitting on that piano and just hit the
yeah,
hardest
to be
Peaches
fair.
riff of his life.
Yeah.
Peaches riff.
Homie sang his fucking heart out. Shit was beautiful. It's been stuck in my head for the past week. I can't get it out.
I know, me too.
Love you.
I actually thought the comedy was pretty solid too.
It was funny, dude.
It
Shit had
pretty
me
funny.
chuckling, dude.
Yeah, it had me good chuckles. Obviously, there's some little kid humor, but it was pretty. I'm glad I didn't have to hear a poop joke or something though,
I
or a
made
fart
poop
joke. What?
You mean there's no fart gun? There's no fart gun.
You know what's crazy? I don't know about y'all either, but I guess this could go in pros. My theater actually clapped when it was over. I haven't heard a theater clap in a while.
Dude, so did mine.
It legitimately caught me off guard. I was like, "What?"
Like it ended and it just erupted in clapping. You know, it's like, holy shit, are we back?
they loved it.
We back, baby.
It's like
Hey,
the
guys.
Homelander meme where it's like, "They love me." Yeah.
Hey guys. My theater didn't
they were silent. Fake theater, honestly.
Yeah. Actually, I'm pretty sure. No, whatever.
Okay,
I
don't
can't
say it then. All right, any cons, boys?
Oh, I feel like we said them all already. I mean, the story was basic, but it was an hour and like 20-minute movie.
That's not even why
fine.
I'm giving it leeway for I'm giving it leeway for it being basic because they followed what the games would do, and the game's a pretty basic concept.
Right. Which I
They
mean, they
need
don't.
to do more. Yeah.
There's
Exactly.
no reason for them to be.
I will say
you know?
I didn't. This is like preference again. I kind of wish Luigi wasn't the one that was kidnapped because his chemistry with Mario was really good, the dynamic, and I wanted to see more of that.
I feel like we'll see it more in the sequel. I feel like that's really what they set it up for. Is they really wanted this to be a Mario movie and not a Mario Brothers movie. And then the next one will probably be a lot more of that.
And the whole
team
thing
up.
with I actually really like the. I guess this is a pro. I actually really like the change they did with Peach's character, making her a lot more like badass and like independent.
Dude, I love that shit.
Being the protector, like that was actually really cool and change of pace.
Oh,
Yeah.
can I say one thing? I love that they put Peach on the pink motorcycle on Rainbow Road because when I play Mario Kart, I always pick Peach and I use the motorcycle every time.
That's her thing, bro.
Bro, that's the fastest one. That's the besides Toad, Peach is the
Besides
fastest
Toad?
one.
Bro, Waluigi be
Yeah.
hitting though.
Hopefully, next
Yeah.
sequel he be hitting.
I'm trying
We'll
to
see.
see Wario and Waluigi. I'm trying to hear that. Wah!
Bro, y'all stay for the post credits, right?
Yes, I did.
Dude, Yoshi got me
Oh.
hyped. That's my favorite character.
Dude, I
I was
fucking love Yoshi.
I was
dude.
bummed that I didn't
For-
see him.
For those, I think for our audiences who did not get to see the post credit scene in theaters, I think we should go over that scene. So
There's
That
literally just a
pretty
Yoshi egg
self.
cracking.
y'all go
Yeah.
first.
Well, it's pretty
Y'all go
self-explanatory.
first. What happened?
Just, they was in the sewers and they found there was an egg and it started cracking and then they made the Yoshi noise. So it's just confirming Yoshi's coming. Is
I'm
it?
just trying to see
Exciting.
some Dr. Mario.
Dr.
I'm
Mario.
sure that our audiences appreciate you telling us that.
Yeah. Fair.
Yeah.
Other than that, I thought it was
I don't know.
like I could see the defense for it, but my last thing is more like it's just like really fast paced, which was fine, but I feel like they only stopped to breathe when like Mario and Peach talked for like 2 minutes, and then that's it. And then it was just like either fight, or let's go, or they didn't really like.
I
talk
enjoyed
to
it because
flesh
it
out
made
anything.
it made the situation feel as dire as it really was, you know?
Yeah,
Like
my own defense for it is like, well, we already know the characters. We don't need much talking from them.
Well, the other thing is, when in the games did you just stop and not do much? You know?
Yeah,
what I
and
mean?
that's fair. But I'm saying when you're trying to spread out a cohesive story in a movie, you need more exposition.
Yeah, that's fair.
But other than that,
Okay.
pretty solid film.
Yeah.
I actually am not too surprised how it did. I'm actually kind of shocked how what the critics thought about it, but other than that, pretty solid film. Enjoyed it a lot. Probably the family film of the year so far.
that's my vote for animated movie of the year so far.
I could see that, yeah.
What other animated movies have there been this year?
Your mom?
None that we really watched right now. To be fair,
All right, then that's my favorite one.
Jury's out. Yeah, you think Spider-Verse is about to fucking
Oh,
sweep
yeah,
that
Spider-Verse.
shit right up from his fucking...
the Ninja
Bro.
Turtles looks good too.
Dude, Ninja Turtles look so good.
Ooh,
I'm excited for it.
I'm actually super excited for that.
All right, boys.
But I would rate this movie probably 4 out of 10.
Shut up, Anthony. I know that's not true. I know that's not true. You didn't have a single con.
Well, I'll give this one a
A 9?
9.
I was about to say, I'll give this one an 8.5. I'd put it right next to D&D with how enjoyable and like how like not super complex it was. Like this is probably the best score I can give something that is not like super like complex or have any kind of like real emotional stuff going on.
Same thing for me. On like the high score I can give it is a 7.5 for the complex of the story and the actual plot.
I think 8.5 is like perfect popcorn movie, and this is like the perfect popcorn movie.
It's really fun. It's really fun.
I'd
It's a
happily
really fun
go
movie.
see it again.
I'd go see it a bunch of times, dude. It's a really fun movie. But yeah, that's it. That's our review of Super Mario Brothers, the movie, the new one by Illumination. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe if you're on YouTube. If you're on any podcast platform, make sure you look at links in the description for our merch store, for our socials, anything more hooligan hangout that you would like to see. Make sure you say hi to Run for us, and we will see you